You know, often our thoughts, they don't really help us. Now I understand it and I can feel it very clearly. And you know, this is an important realization for me. When I was 12, I began to think differently, and that was the time when it started to feel special. Every day I told myself, Kirill, you'll make a lot in this world. You're the special guy. You'll achieve many goals. You're not like anyone else. You have a charge that will change this world. Just give yourself a time, take action, and you will achieve this. And this is an amazing approach. To be honest, I don't even see any point of thinking about myself, about yourself, as an ordinary person. It's crucial to have a high self-esteem and be demanding to yourself. It's about waking up in the morning and don't let yourself go back to sleep because you want to make a lot today. It's about when you don't settle for a mediocre result because you know for sure 100% you can make better. So in general, it's about high expectation from your life. I wasn't born with such attitude towards myself. As all other children, I didn't have self-esteem when I was a child, but I developed it and it helped me a lot of times, so nobody knows where I would be without it. It helped me to think differently. I began to set serious goals and achieving them. I was thinking about the result, the final result that I was aiming to come to, as about something that I already have in my hands. I wanted to get something. Okay, it's not a problem. I just started to create a plan, step-by-step instruction. What should I do in order to get it? And in my head, I already felt about it like about something that I already have, about something mine. And it turned out when I actually received it, I seemed to be ready for it. That's it. I just set a goal for myself, and every time I just started thinking like a person who already achieved it. And billions of times this approach, it helped me to get better. It helped me to become more productive. And I can understand it because it's a good scheme. But there are some periods in your life, you know, when the usual strategy doesn't work. For the past few years, I was just following this set of steps that worked for me every time before. I developed a strategy and now I just need to follow it. So what could be easier? But yes, as you can imagine, it wasn't perfect. There were some flaws in this way of thinking. For example, I set goals for myself, and after that, I started treating them as something already accomplished, even if it didn't depend directly on me. Even when my influence of the result of this final goal that I desired was a minimal one, I almost every time felt bad when I didn't achieve it. I pushed myself in order to get what depended on many factors, not only on me. And sometimes it works, because in any case, there are a lot of stuff that you can improve, that you can make better, but it doesn't mean that 100% of them are in your hands. For example, I can set myself a goal for this year to reach a specific mark in my already formed portfolio, but the assets in this portfolio, they're already collected. I don't even buy them anymore. And yes, I also don't sell it because I'm waiting it to reach a certain price level. And in a direct way, I don't have any idea how can I influence on the price change. For example, if you buy a lot of Apple stocks, how can you influence on the price? No way. So sometimes you just need to wait. But you know, in my head inside, I already saw this number. I saw this portfolio that grown a lot, and I already decided that it is mine. And in some moment, I just look back and analyze my goals for this year one more time. And I can see that I didn't achieve this one. I didn't achieve this goal specifically about my investment portfolio. In fact, it's not something that directly depends only on me. But I felt bad. Yeah, for sure, I can buy more assets, I can diversify my portfolio even more, but it was already collected. And when this situation happens, I have a lot of thoughts in my head. Listen guys, there is nothing useful in this. I mean literally zero, because such thoughts, they only make you feel bad. I'm talking about such things that you can't get rid of. They just sitting here, they make you nervous, and they prevent you from accomplishing some goals. Yes, basically you can call it an obsessive thought. It sucks a lot of energy from you and it starts to take over the majority of your attention. And most importantly, it doesn't lead to any kind of creation of something. I want to say that your way of thinking, it should help you to become better, to move forward, go ahead, to achieve something new. And if there is something that's interfering, you need to deal with it. Because otherwise, and that comes from my personal experience, you'll not notice the moment when this small those small problems, they'll grow, they'll become stronger, bigger, and it will be a huge trouble for you. And I think the most important stuff that you can do in this situation is just to better understand yourself. I have my personal way of meditation that can help me to manage with anything. And to be honest, it's very simple. I just go for a walk on one of the roads that I already know and I talk to myself. I do it aloud, so every thought that I have in my head here, it comes through the auditory and semantic filter. When I go for this walk, I relax and move at the same time. For me, it's just a full-fledged session with a psychotherapist where I can play both roles. As the client, I can tell about all the details that worry me. And as an expert, I'm able to listen to myself closely. I know about all the things that I have here in my head. I know about them. And I'm 100% sure that I'll understand what to do next, because I tried it so many times, and regardless of how difficult the problem is, every time I managed to fix it. I haven't walked and immersed myself in this way for quite a long time, and to be honest, I miss it very much. There are almost no footpaths in the place where I currently live, and I need a bit more space. So my idea is simple. Everyone should have their own way to relax the brain and to understand themselves. Everything comes from a head. Any problem or difficulty, any trouble, it starts here. And if you have some kind of tough problem, because sometimes it happens with all of us, sometimes it's not just enough to look at this problem from a different angle, to analyze it. Probably this is the best thing that you can do. My thoughts are my most faithful allies. But sometimes they just go to your own direction. Don't let them get in your way. Create your own way of thinking. Overthinking will never help you to achieve your goal. It will only take your attention away. It's more important to be focused on things that you can actually control. This is the key to success. And actually one more thing, I need to have a high self-esteem, that's true. I hope you found this video useful for you, because every time I record such speaking content, I'm talking about something that I have in my personal life, that I lived from my personal experience. So if you like it, please give me a like. If you don't, give me your dislike. Follow this channel and really hope to see you soon.